What's the drop?
Oh, gosh, it's a long way down.
How good is this, Taz? We're putting a couple of Royal Wolf shipping containers in the car park of Bunnings.
Well, it's certainly a first for me. So the plan is we're creating 2 pavilions.
Yeah, one's going to have a bathroom and a bedroom.
The other one, kitchen, living area. It's going to look fabulous.
We'll get Hodgie in and he can do his gardens out the front.
It's going to tie everything together, but you've got a bit of work to do.
I've got to get this off a truck.
I'm going shopping.
Of course you are. This is going to be the quickest house I've ever built. We've got a roof, 4 walls and a floor. So we're off to a cracking start. Like most blocks, the ground here is not dead flat, so we're using footings to make sure everything is level. Getting everything right at this stage will make the rest of the build a breeze. A few instant doors and windows, and it's starting to look more livable already.
How good was that?
Because there's no timber frame, we need to create fixing points. I'm using a flexible adhesive and self-tapping screws to attach the battens to the containers. If you've ever been inside one of these shipping containers, you know they get very hot, so it's important that you insulate them. And for that, we're using these foil board panels. We'll keep the heat out in summer and that cold weather out in the winter. Now, the other problem in shipping containers is condensation, and that's why you'll notice we've got a curved ceiling. They'll allow any condensation to drop, flow down the walls and out our weep holes. Now the insulation's all up, it's time to put up our battens to pick up our cladding. But instead of going with plasterboard, we've chosen something a bit more decorative.
One of my favourite linings for walls is V-board. It gives you that look of timber, tongue and groove panelling. Only this stuff is much easier to install because it comes in full sheets. Now you can install it either horizontally or vertically, it's up to you. It does need priming, so that's something that I'm going to get the boys onto straight away. For this design, we're going for a crisp, modern look. Timber will add that all-important warmth, and for a touch of luxury, we're introducing some brand new elements. If you're into glass splashbacks, which let's face it, we all are, you will love this stuff. It's actually a do-it-yourself product. It's made of acrylic. You can cut it with a jigsaw, it installs in minutes and comes in all of these beautiful colours. I'm feeling brave today. I'm going for Eclipse. Emmy, could you give us a hand, please? Now, this beautiful black is going to go so well with my bench tops, which are called Mayanella. It gives you the effect of Carrara marble, such a luxury look. For the cupboards, I've gone for a colour called Icing Sugar. It's matte white. This kitchen is going to look sensational. So what I'm after now, you know that new design in the wet area panelling? It's the subway tiles.
Oh, right, yes, yeah,
Black
we've
ones?
just had that come in.
Have you?
Yes, it's just here.
Oh, great.
There we go.
I love that. See, now that's the look I'm after. It's that New York loft kind of
Yep.
look. You know, subway tiles, dark grout.
Yep.
Easy to clean.
Easy to clean, easy to install, and no mould.
I love that. Okay, you sold me.
All right.
Short on space doesn't mean you have to be short on style. Pendant lights are the look everyone's going for, and right now there's a brand new range of compact varieties available. And I think for the bedroom, this little basket one will work perfectly. It's got a really nice texture and pattern, and it's just going to bring all of our colours together. That's amazing. And I think for the bathrooms, I'm loving these little wire baskets too. When you're tight on space, you have to be super clever with every single thing that goes in. Now, in a bedroom, obviously, you're going to need hanging space for all of your clothes. So I'm building 3 of these compact wardrobe units. Now, they're 2 metres high, so I figure I can be pretty clever and use them as a division between the bedroom and the bathroom. And to access the bathroom, I've got a clever little trick for that soon.
To help with the installation of our container, I'm installing these Polar EcoView windows. They're double glazed and they come in a range of sizes, so they'll suit any opening that you have at home. I'm just running a frame around the perimeter, which will finish it off, but also make it easier to install. And I think that looks pretty good. these two openings, we're putting in sliding stacker doors. Because they're stackers, they sit to one side, so it allows for a bigger opening. And that's really going to open up this kitchen and dining area.
Right, walk this way. Here we go, Ed. Easiest wall you'll ever build.
That's it.
Do you like that?
Yeah, it's going to be great.
That's cool.
Serves as two purposes, storage and a wall.
So my concept is to add another one here, and then a third one here that doesn't really function as a wardrobe, but just doors. So it looks like a wardrobe from here, but we just walk through.
That's it.
What have you got planned for the ceiling?
So for the ceiling, I've made up some frames. I've platted one side with plywood. I'm going to put them up, but instead of butting them all together, just with this 2x1, I'm going to paint one edge black to create a shadow line. We are powering through this build. With the windows in, our container house is watertight, so we can lay the floating floor. Starting with a moisture barrier, the boards just click into place. We've chosen a Formica self-adhesive board in smoky oak. The best thing about these floating boards is that it has the silent underlay already attached, and that's really going to help to cut down on the noise in this container. By thinking smart, this job is time and cost efficient. While the wall panels go up, it's a great opportunity to make a start on the painting outside of the containers. Simple black might look a bit plain, but just wait till you see what we've got in mind.
How good are these shipping containers? I love them. I could easily live in one. Only problem is if you're living in something that small, you're going to spend a lot of time out here. So this is really your living and entertaining space. The garden we're going to do, and if you're thinking about garden design at home, is one of the simplest to design. It's very formal. It's repeating a process, getting a main access down the middle. And then if I put something on the right, I put it on the left. Put something on the left, I put it on the right. In other words, I'm just repeating myself, but I do that a fair bit. So I could lay all these in a couple of hours on my own, or a couple of minutes with some friends. Quickest deck ever, and the reason why is because we're laying a decking system. This is called good time decking. I've used it a few times, and if you're a DIYer or if you're renting, this is a great alternative. Everything's pre-cut. You can just screw the frame together and place the boards down. So your labour cost or your time is dramatically reduced, and that's a win. The shipping containers are a little bit boxy, surprise, surprise. And at the moment, the whole garden's on one level, so the contrast between the two is too great visually. To break it up, we're going to put in a pergola. Now, one off the front of both of them, but they're going to tie together here in the middle. And that's where we're going to put our water feature. All the best formal gardens have got them. Versailles, Giverny, and even Bunnings Glenorchy. Thank you. Couple of tips if you're thinking about building a pergola. It's a lot about scale. We've got these big chunky boards here which are 190 by 45, and you might think when they're going on legs which are only 90 by 90, it might look a bit top heavy. But that structure gives you confidence when you're underneath it, and it means that they're not going to twist or bow. And if you wanted to make this weatherproof, you just do the whole thing on a slight angle, and you could cover it with some Sun Tough or Coro.
From the inside, our car park build is looking less like a shipping container and more like a house. The floor tiles and insulated ceiling panels are bringing our look together. To finish off our shipping container, I'm just putting on some hardwood slats. So I've made some split battens with 45-degree angles on each side, painted them black and pre-drilled some holes. I'm just fixing 2 on the container and 2 on the back of our slat, and it's as easy as just slipping them in place. Now I've got about 365 more to go.
Even with the tiniest of spaces, like a shipping container, with the right planning, you can have all the mod cons, including a kitchen. Off-the-shelf flat packs are space, time and cost efficient. The modular units are designed to fit together in any situation. Now this one does look like it's looking pretty fabulous already, but a few jobs to go still, including the splashback. Now this is that acrylic Vistel. All we need to do is just peel away the backing, pop on some double-sided tape and some silicone, and it simply sticks in place.
Need a hand?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, I'm a bit taller than you. You want me to do that in?
You're like that much taller than me.
At least 6 foot.
At least you're a gentleman, thank you.
Now look, you got all your holes in the right spot.
Well, we
Good on
tried.
you.
Thank you. It's looking good out there. Because this is a completely new build, I get to install brand new appliances, and that means I get the latest look for our design. So it's got everything, including the kitchen sink. So there's a job for the plumber, electrical wiring up to do for the sparkies, plus hanging my 3 pendant lights. So while they're busy with that, I'll head off to the bedroom. Here in the bedroom, we haven't wasted any space. Above the bed, we've installed kitchen cabinets for plenty of extra storage. And on either side of the bed, a kitchen cabinet too, topped with some little offcuts from our kitchen bench. It's a fantastic idea and it ties it all in. This really is a lush luxury look for the bathroom. So quick and easy to achieve with this prefab subway wall tile paneling. It sets the tone in here. Now for lighting, we've got 3 here. Easy to install, so simple bayonets. And I've got a cup hook there so I can have it low, I wish, or I can pull it up. Now to keep the lush theme going for the lounge room, I've got a little project in mind. It's time to think about furniture. Now we do need a little coffee table for our small lounge area, and luckily everything I need to build one is right here. Now I've had a piece of pine cut to size. To give my copper legs something to stand into, I've trimmed down a length of pine on the angle. Now this is simply a matter of gluing down with some PVA. And once that's dry, we can drill the holes for the legs. Now for some undercoat to seal off the timber. Then it's the once over with satin black. That is going to really bring our monochrome scheme together. So I've just popped the top outside to dry, and while that's happening, I'll be making the legs. And for these, they'll have a bit of a twist. I'll be using a pipe bender. Just mark the halfway point on your pipe, slide it into the pipe bender and lock it in. The mark you made will marry up roughly with a 90-degree angle once it's bent around. Give it a bit of a squeeze. You don't need to be too strong, but you do need to be firm. Probably get your knee in as well. Keep working it. Perfect. Unlock it and give it a tap or 2. And there you go. The most perfect hairpin leg. The height of the coffee table will be governed by the height of your chairs. I'm making mine 500mm high. Then another little great gadget that plumbers use is a pipe cutter. You simply lock it on, just tighten it up at the mark, twist and go round and round. Bingo, neat cut. It's an oldie but a goodie, but Brasso is just the kind of polish you need to bring your copper up sparkly and shiny. To attach the legs and make sure they're nice and secure, I'm just using a little dab of liquid nails. I think that's a pretty fantastic looking piece of furniture, and I can't wait to see what it looks like in the house.
Formal gardens work well if they've got a central feature that's the focal point of the garden. Ours is the water feature with a rill. I've checked out a section so I can fit this channel into it. Now it's 6 metres long, it rises about 100mm on the sides and it's 200mm on the bed, which is going to be the rill, and it's going to look really good. Falls 60mm over 6 metres, or 1 in 100. Now what we're going to do is put an urn here. The water will pump up through the urn, spill down, fill this trough, and then from here it's going to go all the way down to the next trough. It'll look like magic because that water will then come back, fill this urn, it'll spill over the top, it'll run through the urn. You get the idea. It reticulates around and around and around.
So what exactly are you doing?
I'm building a water feature. Now I'm using a 240 volt or 90 watts, it's 50 hertz. Now I can normally pump water 4.5 metres in the air, but I don't need to go in the air, I need to go across. So 6 metres across is a problem. I've got a trough here, a trough there, then I'm going to submerge this down in here, I'm going to run this through here, and good talk. Mates, anyone else want to know about water features? Really exciting. The next job we've got to do is run some kneader, which is a waterproof sealant, around the gap between the pot and the pipe. And if you have a look at the circumference of this pot, you'll see that it's a little bit tight. So I've got a stunt double, Katie. She's the appropriate size. How's it going down there, Katie? Was that a snort? Yeah.
Okay.
Coming up. Ah, high five. At the base of the urn, which would have been the drainage hole if you were planting a pot in here, I've run my pipe through it and I've plugged it with some aqua kneader. Now, the good thing about that is you can fill it with water straight away and it's set. For all the other attachments where it's rubber or plastic on plastic, I've just used some black Sikaflex because it's got a little bit of movement in it. Now, out of the humble tomato steak, I'm going to build one of the world's greatest structures, an obelisk. If you go to any old world town, in the town place, they'll have this great big tall structure with a pyramid on the top of it, and that's an obelisk. Or in other words, I'm going to build a trellis for the garden, or something you can just grow your tomatoes on. So to knock one of these up, all you need to do is make 4 ladders, but 4 ladders that finish at a point. If I'm using the table as my guide, I can say that this is 0, come across here 500 mils, set it up, and the point up here will be 250 mils from the centre. Then I just put runs on it like I would a ladder. I might come up 200 so you can bury a little bit in the ground, and then go up in 400 increments. Do that twice, put them together, and then put the runs on the other sides, and you've made a work of art for the garden. Once you get to this point, you get an idea of what I'm talking about. We need to do these 2 sides here, but I've only got 1 set of hands, and it's going to fall over. So I need an assistant. Is there any good-looking, attractive, intelligent young man that would like to help me? Oh, Ben, you'll do. Take your sunnies off. Show the girls your eyes. All right, hold that there. Benny, couldn't have done it without you, brother. Nice Good job. News is, the garden's symmetrical. I need 2 of these. Really? And you have to do it on your own.
Lucky the master taught me.
Don't try and move that by yourself.
I'm very used to moving furniture, but I'm always grateful for a hand.
This looks amazing.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? Doesn't it just go to prove what you can actually achieve in a small space?
Love your classic black and white colour scheme. You can't go wrong with that. You know, it's actually the colours of the local Glenorchy Magpie AFL team.
Who knew? I didn't know.
I know you love your sport.
Oh, I love my sport, but hey, everyone wins, right? I think it really works, and the ceiling's so warm.
Yeah.
I just love this space. I think it's really cool. And behind there, sneaky doors.
In here?
Full bathroom. And you can help me with that, because I still need the shower head and some taps, so...
Beautiful. You want to stick with the black theme?
I think so. Why not?
All right. Fantastic. Well, luckily I'm close by somewhere where I can pick them up.
You know where to go.
All right. Let's go see what Tara's up to. Tara, the bathroom is done. It looks amazing, as it does in here. You've outdone yourself. Hey, what's left? What can
We
I help
need
you with?
colour. We need splashes of colour everywhere.
All right.
Hi, Joe and Tara.
Hello, Arabella. Look at these artworks. They are gorgeous. Which one did you do?
I did this one.
I love it. Well, there's some colour.
And that's exactly what we need for the wall. So do you have a preference which one goes where?
Yes, this one.
Okay, she's done.
I love that you actually know. Well done. That looks great. What a great project.
Okay, more colour.
Let's go.
Let's go. You can help.
Set dressing's done. Tara says it's always hard. But as far as the hard landscaping's going, we're nearly there. We've done the deck in no time. Pergolas are up and Adam's putting the cladding on the containers. But I've got to get onto the paving. Now, paving's not that hard, but knowing where you start is one of the tricky bits. If you work off this centre axis, you need to go away from it in both directions. And if what's drawing your eye the most is where this water spills over, well, that's where I'm going to start. If I get here and here right, I can work out and away. Any ugly cuts I might be able to hide underneath the deck. Once the paving's finished, Graham will be back and we can get started with the plants. When it comes to garden design, you've got to think about the overall colour palette that you want to achieve. We're going to have big spaces of lawn and lots of green here. And then we've got the dark colours of the shipping containers with the white of the pergola. If I was to pave this in a dark colour, the whole place might be dragged down. They've exposed the aggregate that's in it and makes it look a little bit more like granite. I like the fact that it's easy to lay, it looks good down, and it's nice and bright, and it's going to lift everything up. And when the plants finally go in, you won't believe how good this little pop-up garden's going to look.
You're making great progress, mate.
Oh, the boxes you got delivered are in, and straight away they soften the edges, and I think it actually makes it look better.
Nice and formal edging, love it.
It'll box up beautifully, and then I've made these trellises. They've got a fancy name like obelisk or something like
Obelisk.
that. Obelisk, that's it.
That's it.
I reckon they're good for wisterias, because wisterias, if they can reach out and get onto something else, they'll take over the whole garden.
No, great.
How'd you go?
Oh, mate, I've just raided the nursery inside and I got everything.
And a little bit behind you as well.
And daisies, beautiful daisies.
No one can accuse you of not liking flowers, my friend.
Mate, I love them. I love them and I love the colour.
Righto, mate. Let's get started. One of my big ticket items are these Espalier citrus. Now, they're not cheap, but if you want to cheat at home, you can just buy something small for about 25 bucks. 3 or 4 years later, you'll have something that looks like this. Oh. Now, to frame both sides of the garden and to give it a bit of height so it's in scale to the shipping containers, we're planting silver birch. Now, they've got a small dainty leaf, so they're always dancing in the wind. They look fantastic. They've got a really nice form where you don't have to prune them. They can get away from you and they don't mind a bit of water, but they hate humidity. Mass planted, if you've got a spare bit of land and you fill them with these, and the trunks, when the leaves are off them, they look amazing. Almost the moment of truth, and no matter how many water features I filled up, at this point, always excited to make sure that everything works. I'm going to tell you the truth, a little bit nervous. Righto, G, turn her on, brother.
Here it comes. Excellent. Works a treat.
Awesome!
Yeah.
How good's everything?
I love that Espalier lemon. It's a great backdrop. In fact, you can move in there, I'll move in here, and we'll rent this out.
But we'd have to have a hedge through the middle.
What an amazing transformation from shipping container to beautiful, modern, functional house. All created off the shelf from here at Bunnings. And let's not forget outside, a modern take on a formal garden, the ultimate in outdoor living.
They have done an amazing job. It looks so great. Isn't it, Maddie?
It's perfect. It's something that you just want to pick up and take onto your block and put it straight down as your holiday home.
It's a very nice fit out. It's probably a better kitchen than you'd find in a lot of houses.
I'm just amazed at actually how much they've fit in to such a small space.
I really like this outdoor area as well. Loving the whole water feature. Yeah, really good and spacious.
From one House Rules contestant to another, Adam has done an absolutely amazing job with this. I want to hire him out to come down here and build one for me.
And the great news is it's in here in the Bunnings car park, because along with Royal Wolf, we are donating our shipping container home to the Royal Flying Doctor Service, and we're going to use it as their new base here at Hobart Airport. Frank, well done. You deserve it more than anyone that we could think of. What are you going to use it for?
Oh, we'll use it as our base here at Hobart to rest our crews when they're waiting for medical teams. Normally sleep in the aeroplane. It's very cold at night, 2 a.m.
Okay.
Rain and sleet, and we much appreciate the accommodation that's being provided.
Brilliant. Well, on behalf of everybody here, thank you for the amazing work you do. You do so much for remote communities right across the country, and you deserve it.
Thank you very much.